So, episode 2, or part 2. So we got in the car and we went to the National Poetry Slam in Denver, Colorado. Denver is an amazing city. We got there the Tuesday night, and that was after slam orientation, where we get all of the stuff that tells us where we need to be for the poet passes and your program and all that orientation stuff. We had it down the town, and then Cameron Brewer, my teammate, and I decided to we wanted to do stand-up. Because the way the tournament is formatted, you would have one night off and 2 nights in competition for the preliminary rounds. And then after the prelims, the highest scorers will be in the semifinal rounds, and then of course Saturday would be the finals. Bracket tournament style. So on our Tuesday night, I was like, I'm in Denver, Colorado, well known for its comedy scene. I've been doing slam for 20 years. I asked Cameron, I was like, you really want to go to the bouts, or you want to go with me? Because I am going to go and hit some comedy open mics. So I looked up the comedy open mics, and that first night we hit 2 of them. We hit a place called Scruffy's Tavern, which was a lot of fun. That was an early late show, and then a late show was this great anarchist bookstore place called Mutiny, and the Mutiny was fucking just surreally awesome. It was run by this old school punker guy that's like my age, and like it was cool. We shared 80s punker stories over coffee outside while I waited for my set. It was a lot of fun. Met some really cool people. The Denver comics are awesome. Fucking. That's the thing about the Mohawk, folks. When you get the devil curl, it tends to bother you. But the Denver folks are amazing. The next night we had our first bout, and the bout itself was just amazing. It was teams that I'd never been cross paths with in 20 years before, so it was fun it was good to both meet our competitors and see their work, and then also just to watch all of the work that our team put together, just like in the last minute assembling this team, all of the practice that like the night and day change in my teammates from the start of practice to getting to the bout tonight was awesome to see. They really put in. They put in the work. They were as ready. They're as ready as you could possibly get, never having done poetry slam before. I mean, I just to be on the real, man. The better you know a sport, the better you're gonna play. First time you're on the field, yeah. No matter how prepared you are, it's still gonna be the first time on the field. Oh man, they were amazing. They brought. They embraced what I'd hoped I could impart with them. It's like, those are your 3 minutes. Make sure they're yours. Show that crowd your 3 minutes, your heart, your soul, your words, and walk off there happy with what you did. Never mind the scores. Give them that piece of you that you share with us every Wednesday night. Show them that, because that's what makes our scene great. And they did. It was great. Weird serendipity in the bout draw, because Yoko broke my horrible curse of always drawing the A, the opener card. Yoko 2 nights in a row got us the C, which meant that we were the last round. We were the last poet, last round, which me as the closer, the man with the 20-year guy, most experience, I got to go out. I got to close the show both nights. Fucking great. First night I did Veterans Day. I was 1 second overtime. And I blame myself. There was that 1/2 second too long I hung on the realization that once I had the room, because I was baiting the hooks. There are all these mechanical things when you're doing this poem that you're hoping land. And there was that one moment when I got to slight pause in the next line where I looked out and I accidentally like made eye contact with about 20 people at once that were like riveted on the screen. I'm like, oh shit. So for that half second I was out of it. And so 1 second over time. So 3:11. But after 20 years, I that poem, by the time we got to that, it was being Veterans Day. It was a subject we hadn't talked about yet that night. And it's always, it is of course why this video exists is because, as a veteran, this is what's killing me, and I'm mapping it out for you. You're watching me, hopefully if you're subscribing to this crazy shit, you're gonna listen to me babble about the process, as well as tell any story that comes into my head like this one. So yeah, I did Veterans Day. And it was great. It was good. It was that perfect hook of the poem landed perfectly. The gentleman from PSI that was recording the event actually approached me and wanted to put it out. So I really hope it does come out as a YouTube clip or however they're going to publish that stuff. I do believe it's going to be the YouTube channel. We were told in orientation, but it's after this much information having passed in a week since Nats, I'm kind of vague on it. I don't remember it verbatim. But yeah, he asked about that, so that's cool. Hopefully that I would like to see that. That was a pretty good. As an artist, you never go, that was a definitive take, but that was a really good take. The energy was good. The energy was good. My energy was good. It felt right. It felt like me and the audience had that moment together, and so yeah, if that goes over, it's gonna be cool. Lots of old friends. Nats was great on that, meeting old friends at Nats and talking about stuff and just generally hanging around the family again. Did what National Poetry Slam always does. It reminds me I'm not alone. Re-energizes me that I can continue on trying to put my my art out my way, and that is one of the things that always inspired me about it. Beyond everything else, beyond the competition, beyond winning or losing your points, it's always being among your tribe, and realizing, yeah, we're all doing this, we're all figuring it out, and we take pointers from each other, and so yeah, National Poetry Slam. Awesome. Denver is amazing. Both comic and poetry scenes were amazing. Had great sets both times. In fact, yeah. I'm gonna make this a 10-minute clip part 2, just because I'm gonna spend a little bit on the comedy scene. The comedy is amazing, man. There were 3. I mean, the website that I got hooked up by one of our friends here in the scene here. It was like there are 3 open mics there a night, like a week. We managed to, after our first bout, Cameron and I were both a little, we still had our stage, I go, you don't want to go watch another bout, do you? You want some more? And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, let's go find a late open mic. So we went to this place, the London Pub, which is this punk bar. It was just like our home sauce. It's a pizza place and a bar that had a comedy open, that had going on. It was home. It was great. We got a PV and just had a blast. And yeah, there are several posts from that adventure. It was great. The comics had a great time. That we got invited to they had a park where we went out and had lunch and just in the park in Denver. Final Saturday before we left. And yeah, I look forward to going back there because like both of the guys that hosted and all of the guys that I met. We'd love to come up here, tell some more jokes, we'll have some fun. So that'll be a new place. Albuquerque is close to Oklahoma City, as I've heard about it. It's a pretty easy drive, so that's awesome. It really was. It was both recharging and affirming, and yeah, I'm very happy with what I did as my final in competition. Felt good about it. Had fun. Next time you see me, I'll be volunteering
So yes, thus ends